Stop. Keep on, I said it ain't gon' stop. It ain't gon' stop, it ain't gon' flop. Stop acting like we ain't so hot.
What's going on, people? This is Influence, back with another review video, and this time is again something a little different. This is the studio series Jetfire, which the studio series is the movie series, but they're like masterpiece versions of the movie figures. Now, I'm not collecting seems like I keep saying that. I'm not collecting this line. I'm not collecting all the studio series. Most of them I probably won't. But some of the characters, let me preface by saying I don't like the Bayformers. It is what it is. I don't have no hate to it. To each his own. You know, everybody likes something different. I'm not the person to be like, oh, it's bullshit. It's crap. You know, so that's not me. I like what I like. I like mostly G1, and if I see cool stuff, it's cool stuff. This is cool stuff. So in the movie, this really resonated with me because I think Jetfire was one of the standouts, even though I was kind of confused with him being old, because I was like, how long does it take for a Transformer to be old? But in G1, in its defense, G1 did have old Transformers in, you know, on Cybertron, like when they showed Cybertron. So obviously they do age, but I just wonder how long it takes. I know he said how long he was on Earth, but I don't know. Seems like it should take longer than that. You know, so that was kind of weird to me that he was old, but I think it was cool, and I also liked his personality. So let's get on with. I just want to get some preference to why I bought this. Why I felt like this. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I want to buy it. Plus, he turns into a Blackbird. Like, who don't like the Blackbird? Like, the Blackbird jet just reminds me of the X jet, and it's just like a badass jet. Like, and I always, you know, Jetfire is one of my characters. I said it before. I always liked the fact that when Autobots started getting planes, and Jetfire was one of the first. So you see, he got some artwork on the side. You got some product shots on the back. I don't usually show the boxes, but the boxes of the studio series are really, really nice, and they also have a scene inside. So if you can see that in there, it's like a desert. It's the desert scene. And another thing this guy does that I'm not going to show off, but I'm going to let you know now, he combines with Optimus Prime, one of the Optimus Primes. I don't even know which one, because like I said, I'm not in for this line, but I just wanted this figure. So I don't know, some of these have I'm trying to look for it. I don't know, I know that maybe that's just the newer Siege line, so scratch that. But here he is in his plane mode, and it's a great mode. I hope I transform this correctly. One of the gripes I do have off the bat is, I just want to let it be known, I can't ever get these, and it could be something I did. I'm not above failure, or I should say making mistakes. I'm not perfect by any means. Y'all can see when I be transforming stuff, but I can't get it tabbed in to be flush. Oh, you can't even see that. Let me show it here, because it's the same on both sides. Like, I can't get it to be flush because there's a tab under here, and yes, he's a mess underneath, but it's kind of great the way he transforms and everything folds in. I think they did a good job and making it look like the movie, like very detailed like the movie, which is one of the reasons I never liked their designs, but that's neither here nor there. But there's a spot, let me show you, trying to get it, This is a big guy, so it's gonna be tough getting him on camera. I'm gonna have to back up. But there's a spot right here that's supposed to tab into this tab. There's a tab right there. That does not go. You can get it tabbed in, but then it'll just come right back out. Now I don't know if that's the, show that again. I don't know if that's the tab or if that's me not having something. As you can see, it would it's definitely a lot of stuff going on. The other thing I like about this guy, I think that's it. Let me show the back of the plane. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff on it, but I don't know. I just like this figure. So we're gonna get into transforming it. I hope I get the legs right. The instructions are crap, and I went to a video. I do like that everything tabs on. You got the landing gear that turns into his cane, which that's what it was in the movie. So you just pull that landing gear off and transform it like this. And then there's a hole in his palm that this goes into the port, and it becomes the cane. That's pretty cool. He has his axe as a weapon that tabs on in the back here. That's great. They're the only two outside accessories. Like I said, he does combine with Optimus Prime. Probably just got loud because the microphone is like in my grill. So first we can do the legs. I'm just do it backwards the way. You can take these things off. They just tab in there. It's like the little rubber belt pieces. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but you can just pull these legs out like this and pull them up. And I just try to get them up out of the way for now, so we can tackle all this right here. Actually, I'm gonna take his arms out. His arms tab on right here to here, and there's a tab on the end that goes into this section. But that tab is really good. This tab isn't. This tab doesn't go up in this section. I don't know if, yeah, you can see it there. That tab is supposed to go up in there like that. Now it stays when you have it like this, but as soon as you start messing with the other side, it pops out. There's just so much tension. So I'll just pull these arms out just to get them out the way. Then you gotta try to, all these, it's like very panely. This is what it is. I don't think that's a issue, but it is panely. So I just separate these pieces, and then you just keep all this. All this can just go back here, because now you're gonna mess with this part. So I'll separate this, get it supposed to get it like that, so you have this gap, because all this is gonna fold in and be on his back. So you just take this off his head. His head has a tab right here, which is hard to see, and I like that because he's all black mostly. The tabs and holes are hard to see because it's colored inside too, so you can't really, it's not hollow, so you can't really see that. But there's a tab up here, and it goes into the top of his head, but when his head is out, you can't really see that tab. Like, it doesn't make a big deal. So this you just fold like this. Well, first you fold the nose cone, and it would help if that was on camera. So yeah, first you fold this nose cone down like that, then you fold this down like this. Then what you have to do is now's when you have this. So fold that down and then fold this up. It's like accordion. Fold it up. Then it goes into his back here. I know it's hard to see, but it just folds up in there, and then you put this down. Well, you can put this down Let me see if I can remember. Yeah, it's a double hinge. So you got to hinge that back up in order for it to go into his back cavity. As you're pushing this back, it goes into this cavity back here. I think you can, yeah, you can move these out. They have to come out anyway. It's this piece right here. It gets lowered back there. So then this is much easier. Let me put it up because I keep being off camera. So then this is much easier to put back like this. And then all that kind of, watch these right here because they're bump up against that. So you kind of, and as you can see, he's coming together. So yeah, it like kind of snaps in back here. I think there's a couple tabs, but don't always happen correctly. Let me move back to the legs. So the legs, they were split before, so you want to bring them together and tab them together. They'll snap together. They snap together well. They don't come out for nothing. So then his legs are kind of it's kind of a mess, but it's cool how it goes. These peg in, so you gotta take these out first. They have a peg right there to go in there. So you take them out first, and then you can move this away from, get it like that, then pull it out. Then you can push the foot down and unfurl the foot. Now this can get kind of tricky because it's hard to know the orientation, because you gotta you spin it around like that, and then you come back. Then you want to tackle this up here. So this is on a double hinge. You can fold that down, but it might come off on you if you fold it down. I believe down is, you know, one of the sides have like the little gap so it can slide in there. If you have it down, like I think that gap's exposed, so it might come off. But pull this up on a double hinge, and this stuff gets in the way. Well, yeah, this stuff right here can get in the way sometimes. So I'll show you from this angle. Then you want to get it up all the way. Okay, that's all the way. You can move this so it's out, and this part is in the back, and then you should be able to orient this because you want the foot facing front. So do it like that. Like this right here is, it like spins around and goes all which way. So you just want it to be crooked like this, and then have the foot, this part is supposed to be forward. Then you unfurl the little side toe that's up under here, and you got a leg done. The other side, do the same thing. I know it's kind of complicated. Unhook that. Then you can move that out, then move the foot out, unfurl the foot, uncurl the big toe, pull it down. Then you can look at it and see, you can get this shin out of the way. Move it down a little bit, try to get it out from itself. There you go. Then you move this to be in the back. How you know which way you got this black part is forward. Then you want to orient the leg. Let me see. Now, hands, just pull the hands out. they just have a tab and they tab on there. These tab in too. You can pull them up and tab them in. I didn't do it just because you know, just get them together, get them shoulders together. I'm not sure if this should be on the outside or inside, but it fits better on the inside. Like the inside of this is more together. You know, and there's a little spot. I guess it is supposed to be on the inside. So, like I said, the directions are. I don't think directions are good. So, but then again, I can never follow directions. Like, I'm the worst direction follower in the world, which is what got me into reviewing. I really appreciate the community, because the community is what got me. I mean, yeah, the community is what got me into reviewing, because I needed help, mostly. As you can see, he can stand up depending on how you have him. He can stand up without his cane. I kind of like the way that looks without his cane. He has ports in between his thumb and finger on both sides, and he has the ports in his hand, so on both sides. So ideally you can stick his axe in his hand, or you can stick it like this, which is kind of cool but not the greatest, because you can't close his hand, so it looks kind of weird. He just has an open hand with an axe sticking out of it, but that's a nitpick. So, and then you can put his cane. So then if you want to have him like down as he was in the movie, then you can articulate him, because he's very. Oh wait, I forgot something. I forgot his belts. There's a tab right here. You can see that. It tabs in right here, so that way, and you just put them in between his like wherever you can fit them, as far as the belt parts. Okay, so now he's good. So like I was saying, he's very articulated, and you can have him in his like mode where he was hunched over. And these do get in the way sometimes, but you can still do it. So there he is, like hunched over. So yeah, you can do that. That's the thing. Take these out just for now, so I can show articulation. First his legs. Like I was saying a little bit, you can get the legs all the way out where he can stand up himself, or you can throw it back like that and he's articulated. The toe goes all the way up and down. There's some pivot too, and that one toe that moves. Same for the other side. He does have thigh swivel, which helps when he's trying to like get in his needing life alert mode. He has ratchets. They do go out. But all this stuff is blocking, so it's not really out. If you do it that way, you can get it out. So you can make some creative poses with this guy. He doesn't, let me see, I don't think he has waist. Nothing on the waist. He does have arm. His arm goes kind of, no, not all the way. It's some stuff blocking. He can go out like that. So there's that. He has the wrist can swivel at the wrist all the way around. Both sides, he can swivel at the wrist. And he has the elbow. These things back here articulate so you can have his wings whichever way you want them. It's up to you. So his head can go up really far due to transformation. It can go down, and he can look like this. These parts are like rubbery, so it's kind of cool. And if you can see that ugly face sculpt, I mean, it's not ugly. It looks just like the movie. So it's a great face sculpt. I just think he's ugly. So yeah, I think that's it for articulation. So this has been my first studio series review of Skyfire. You can also do this if you want. You can give him a stick. He can be like, come on, man. Like, old guy, like, get off my lawn, Jetfire. So, all right, man, this is a pretty long review, longer than my normal. So just give me a thumbs up or a shout or a thumbs down or whatever. Let me know in the comments what's going on, if you had some extras. Oh, something I forgot. I don't know if you're still here, but these dots, I forgot to point out these dots. Yellow dots. That's a con. I don't know what that's for. It's also on his foot. I don't know if they're marking them, but I've seen other reviewers with that on there, so I have no idea what that's about. Let me know in the comments maybe if you know. Alright, I'll get up with y'all again.
Hip hop, I feel, I gotta say, who am I, you might say, influence, and I spit better than most in this game.